What up, what up, what up, what up? I am King Mazerati Santana. You're now tuned into On the Rise TV. Listen, man, we got a special guest in the building with us tonight. We talking about rapper turned music exec. You know what I'm saying? So really, please pay attention. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. On the Rise TV. Also find and follow me on Instagram, MozzyBracken18, Mazerati Santana on Facebook. Without further ado, I can never introduce this man right here. So I'm allowing him to introduce himself. Who we got in the building?
We're shaking. It's your boy International Special. Y'all know what it is.
that's like a little whole giddy up thing right there, right? How you feeling today, brother?
Blessed.
Absolutely.
Blessed, big bro.
Good to see you again. I know I seen you just over Super Bowl weekend.
Absolutely.
What was Super Bowl weekend like before we get started?
I mean, I ain't go there for the, I ain't go there actually for the, football players. I went there for the cheerleaders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's what it is. Glad to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get started with it, man. Let's just go ahead and please let America know where you're from.
Well, actually from Brooklyn, New York, but now all over internationally.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like how you got your name, like being over
Yeah,
there?
because everybody be like, one thing about Special, that boy is everywhere. Yeah. So, but the crazy thing is I have to be everywhere because I'm chasing a bag. Right. The only person that I know that get a bag from home is Khaled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't know nobody else that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta chase mines.
Absolutely. And see, so you're a rapper turned music exec, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say a rapper because what it was is I really just did some rap records to show people that I knew how to do it, but it was more so to show people that I know how to break records. So I said, the first example I could do is doing it on my own and with my own project. So I actually did a record, Flex aired it, and went crazy. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, it was a wrap.
That's crazy. You sacrificed yourself to show an example.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to prove your point by using yourself. So, and I never had a problem and showing and proving. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I show up and I show out.
Right. So as a rapper, what was that record that really put International Special?
I mean, everything foreign because I've been known for the last 30, 35 years for being in the hottest foreign whips. You know what I'm saying? So I just came up with the record, Everything Foreign. And then after that, I did another Brooklyn record, They Go Go. And then I followed it up with another record called Facts that I wound up having DJ Khaled, Busta, and Fat Joe on the remix.
Absolutely. Now, you said you've been known for 30, 35 years, right?
Yeah.
So, what was you doing before, rap?
I mean, at the end of the day, I was doing what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? Without incriminating myself.
Yeah.
But the difference between me and them is that, I knew it was a hustle. Everybody else treated it like a job. Mm-hmm. So, I stacked my bag and, you know what I'm saying, music is what I wanted to do. So I invested into myself. And once I invested into myself, I wound up opening up a label. And from once I opened up the label, I had so many connections. It was really easy for me to get through the door.
All right. Mm-hmm. So, with you sacrificing yourself basically to let people know that you can break records, what are some, I ain't going to say the proper ways because everybody got their own different ways of breaking records, but what are some ways that if you trying to get a record broken, how would you, what's the first thing you should look at?
Putting the work in. You got to put the work in. This is a job that's 24 hours. And ain't no sick days and ain't no vacations and ain't no workers' comp. You just got to put the work in. And then another thing is that, you got to use your own bag. You know what I'm saying? Because people is not going to believe in you and want to invest in you unless you're doing it yourself. You know what I mean? So I just started using my own bag. It started working, got through the doors, and now I'm using a bag.
Right, and that's so important, though. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else do.
Exactly, you have to. Because nobody's going to treat your project the way you are anyway. You know what I'm saying? There's a million rappers out here. And what's gonna separate them is the investment. You know what I mean? Like, some niggas would rather go invest in a pair of Air Jordans. Michael ain't doing nothing for you but spending your bag.
Right.
Because you investing in him. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And it ain't nothing against Mike, because we all work up to get to that position. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you want something to work, you got to do it yourself. It's just what it is.
Right. And like starting a company though, it could be a headache. Like what made you want to start your own company?
I mean, everything is hard before it get easy. You know what I mean? You know, the storm is always before the sunshine. It's just what it is. You got to put your work in. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a saying back home, you got to grind and shine. It's just what it is.
Right. And how important is like taking a chance and going for what you really want? Is that necessary?
I mean, it's necessary. They're going to take a chance to play lotto, and that's 1 in a trillion that you'll leave and win. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to do the same with your career.
Mm-hmm.
And most of us got kids. So at the same time, you got a family to feed. You also got to be grown. You know what I mean? So, with that being said is, like I said, you have to put that work in. Nothing is going to happen until you put the work in. And you can't depend on everybody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the one thing that I learned in this business. You have to do it yourself.
Right.
You know, but then once they see it and they see it shaking, then that's when they get involved. Because don't nobody want to help you until you don't need the help no more. That's the only time they're going to be wanting to help you, is when you don't need it. And it's crazy.
Exactly. So what do you do when they come back around?
You know, calm is a mother. You don't want to ask me what I'm doing.
Oh, man. Nah, but, you know, I would say, like, you starting the company, you know what I'm saying, and now you getting artists. Black Youngin is one of your artists.
Yeah.
K Cartier is one of your artists.
K Cartier, Black Youngin, Backwoods Savage. Yeah, I got a few artists coming up, you know what I'm saying? Live from Germany, Gutter from Brooklyn, BKG. So, you know, and I'm doing my stuff differently. Like the labels are following numbers. I don't follow numbers, I follow talent. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got the numbers on the board don't mean that you have the talent. So, you know, I'm going to the hood. Like, I started from the mud, so that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm here.
Right.
Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you really been getting spotted lately in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Like what's shaking? As you said, what's shaking?
Well, right now I have partnered up with one of my homies, you know what I'm saying? Tony Harry. And, you know, we got this new artist, Red Carpet, and we trying to make it shake.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to open up the doors for the whole Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? The Baby did it, you know, for Charlotte, and we trying to do it for Raleigh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, that definitely explains, you know, why you been getting spotted. But that's good though, because like you said, a lot of people, man, they follow numbers, but they never follow the talent.
Yeah.
Because they feel like labels, people not looking for talent no more. Like, where did that get confused at? Like,
yeah, but you know what it is, you know, they're watching a computer. Nowadays, everybody is on a computer. Nobody's doing the groundwork anymore. So, you know, I've always been a person, if everybody is going towards the right, I always wanted to go towards the left. And the reason why I say that is because when you know what you know you ain't scared to take those chances and you stick out. You can't stick out if everybody is going the same way. So I try to live life different. You know, I'm not trying to follow everybody.
facts. That's like, okay, so with your artists though, like, how do you keep them different? Like, just ways of not getting burnt out.
I mean, I keep them in the studio because to me, it's just like a regular job. A lot of people work 9 to 5. And, you know, is one thing that I instill in my artists too. I'm not here to take care of your personal problems. I'm only here to handle the business. You know, I can't go to the label and tell them, yo, look, my mortgage is late. I need to hold something. They're going to tell me, well, where's your next album or artist at? So I'm kind of, you know, on the same page. You know what I'm saying? If you want it as bad as I want it, then you're going to do everything it takes to get it.
Right.
And that's the only way you go reap the benefits from it is by putting the work in.
Absolutely. So for the people that don't know what a music executive is, can you elaborate on like what your job anyway?
Well, it's one that finds the talent and, you know, breaks the artist and, you know, get the deal and change one's life.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, like, what's some of the, like, you have some of the artists in the industry that you...
I have a lot, but I just don't like to name drop. I helped a lot of artists, and, you know, I just be focused on the ones that I'm dealing with now because I need the light to be shined on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks. So, like, what kind of record can we expect from K. Cartier?
Well, he got a new record called Mozart that's about to go crazy. He just dropped a record called Tucci, and that Tucci record is going super crazy. Millions of streams, views. So now we dropping a single because we actually just dropping that just to test the waters.
All right. Mm-hmm. You got Black Youngin coming.
Yeah, Black Youngin coming crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you know, everybody is looking for something new from Atlanta. So I went down there and found it. And now it's my time to show them.
All right.
Who's next? I'm not even who's next. Who's now?
That's a better way to look at it. Who's now? We living for now, right?
Yeah.
So that's a better way to look at it.
Facts.
Can you tell me a time about a life lesson learned though? Like in all your years in business?
Yeah, I learned in this music business that you can't chase somebody else's dream. I used to help a lot of artists, and then when they get on, it's about them. So you have to put the same energy into your dream as you was putting into someone else's dream. So then that way your dream could become a reality. Because if you spend all your time helping somebody else, how are you ever going to blossom?
It's like time passing you.
Exactly.
Right. And like, do you think that you help, like, use your success wisely though? Like,
absolutely. I use my relationships, but I don't regret anything. You know, I'm just a person that is very blessed, and I know that everybody gets their turn. So you got to keep continuously putting that work in until your turn comes.
Facts. When did you know it was your turn though? Like,
from the day I was born, I knew I was lucky. You know what I'm saying? I came out that pool like I'm here. What's going on?
Absolutely.
But, nah, you know what it is? You know, it's like, this is the part that, you know, nobody knows is that even before I got here, you know what I'm saying? It's like I worked. And, you know, I worked at Roy Rogers and Fuddruckers and at the hospital. And then I wound up, you know, driving trucks. And one day I had got into it with one of the bosses. And I was like, you know what? I can't do it no more. Especially not for no $20 or $30. I can't. And the minute that I realized that I needed to be my own boss is the minute that I just started putting all that energy into what I was doing for work, into my own business. And everything just happened to work out. I just stayed dedicated and focused on what I wanted to do for me and my family. You know,
how many times have you seen artists, man, they get a deal and they fuck up the money?
all the time.
Artists get signed, they go out the jury You start spending right away. Like, you know, what's the first thing they should do when they get that advance check? Man?
Save. They gotta save and they gotta invest in themselves. See, the difference with me is I already came into the label with the bag. But I was also older, you know, and was mature enough to know what I needed to do with the money when I got it. Like, till this day, I don't even wait for the labels to invest in my artists. I invest my own money into my artists. Because when you invest your own money, you get to call the shots.
That's right.
So, that's where I'm at with it.
And it works. It works for you.
For me.
It works for you.
Absolutely.
Works for you. Yeah, you definitely got a lot of relationships with, you know, a lot of artists. And, you know, that's a good thing. Being a connecting the dot with someone. And like a lot of things, man, like people, like even with you getting 1 million views and, you know, how do people, when they get 1 million views, what's the way they should use that? Should they, how do they should, you know, not put a cap on the momentum, but more like use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal.
I mean, when you're getting 1 million views, you become a public figure. So what you have to do is you have to use that 1 million views to kind of give people an understanding of what you have going on. So you could turn those views into a financial lane. So that's just like if you're good at making cookies and you're getting 1 million views, you might want to throw one of those cookie commercials up there because you never know where it's going to land you. You know? So
just using it to your advantage, really. A lot of people, they won't use it. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't get it though. But
I mean, keep it real with you. You really, the computers is what it is right now, and you know, a lot of people hate it, but it also works in your advantage, or works, you know, to your advantage, because before when we was looking for these artists, you had to go out and look for. Now you see them all over the computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now, even when, you know, you're doing the music business, you know, you really never knew what was going on until you was in the office. Now you got people from the office all over the internet.
Right.
So, you know, you just got to use it.
That's a fact.
For how it'll work for you.
That's a fact. So what's new? What's coming up for International Special? The whole brand, the team. What's new? What can we expect from y'all?
Man,
what's coming up?
Listen, I'm trying to be the new Cash Money.
That's always good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, you know, they put the work in, so I'm finally starting to put my work in.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? You got like any last like inspirational words to fans, friends, family?
It's do you. You know what I'm saying? It's do you. Focus on you. Stop focusing on everybody else. You know, the problem with people nowadays is everybody is worried about what everybody else is doing. You worrying about somebody else ain't gonna get you to the next level.
Right.
You worried about yourself and focusing on yourself is what's gonna get you to that next level.
Facts.
So my words is focus on you and don't let nobody steer you away from that.
Facts. That's what it is. And also where they can find and follow you on social media.
Oh, they can follow me at special_ENT_.
Facts. But before I wrap it up though, like I do want to get back on with Way Too Real though. Like any plans that you got with Way Too Real? Like what do you see far as when you see Way Too Real?
I mean, at the same time is they moving, they shaking. You know, that's why I'm here. You know, certain people wait to get on the bandwagon. I know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm starting to see a sizzle, I'm jumping on board. I ain't gonna wait for it to get hot.
Right.
And Way Too Real right now is something that's definitely on the radar.
Bringing something different for the Ville, you would say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the good thing is that they're doing it for the whole Ville. You know what I'm saying? Certain people do it for certain parts.
Right.
So.
Right. And like what caught your eye about the artist Red Carpet?
I mean, his performance, really. Bars is super hard, but, you know, a lot of people are not entertainers. They're lyrical, but They are not entertainers. So in this business, you have to be a great entertainer to bring in a bag. Chris Brown is bringing in bags because he's a great entertainer. Busta Rhymes is bringing in bags because he's a great entertainer. You know what I mean? So, you know, you have to be able to do more than just rap. You got to be a superstar. And I see that in Red Carpet, you know. And what artists also got to understand is that they're one hit away from being a superstar. Everybody gets their turn. You know what I mean? And that one record could just change your life.
Absolutely.
You know, I know people that had records out for years and their records is just starting to blow. You know what I'm saying? Because they had that opportunity that maybe someone might have introduced it to the internet or, you know, so, you know, you just got to stay working. You just can't give up. You know, and when people be like, hey, yo, I'm done with this shit, you can't be done with it because you got to put in 20, 30 years to retire from somebody else's business. So why wouldn't you do the same for your own?
Right. Right. It's probably the lack of connections. They feel like they moving. Yeah. I mean, but like even when we was talking about relationships, like all the relationships you have, how far did it take you?
It brought me through the door, but it took years for those relationships. And that's what it is. It's like right now, artists, you know, artists are easily being walked into the building because they have people that are not only investors, but that are well connected. You have to be well connected in anything that you do. That's like even right now, if you wanted to get a job at McDonald's, 9 times out of 10, a family member got to get you in there. Mm-hmm. Which is, you know, which is just another reality check. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put yourself out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be scared to do it. And the reason why I made it so far is because I wasn't scared to take that chance. You know, when I got into the music business, I wasn't getting paid. I was moving around with a lot of artists. And I kind of learned the business. You know, I was there to help them with whatever they needed. And I was in all of the meetings. And, you know, I learned the artist part and I learned the executive part. And that's when I learned that I didn't want to be the artist. I wanted to be the executive. So, you know, I put my time in, I learned it, and here I am today, an executive, spending my own bag and what I believe in. And it works for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You knew the difference.
Yep.
You knew what you knew what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know at the same time labels assign the artists $4 million, but they making like $50 million.
Right.
So I already knew where I wanted to go when I walked in the door.
Right. Dope. We seen Black Youngin at Mansions right here in the Ville.
Yeah.
When we gonna see K Cartier? When
K coming.
The record with K Cartier. Carpet, what's up?
Yeah. Well, I just spoke with Carpet earlier today, and we actually going to Atlanta tomorrow.
Okay.
So I told him that he got to get in with K, because K right now is sizzling in Atlanta. He's one of the hottest artists that they just signed out there.
Dope.
Yeah, so he's like catching fire and fast.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? 20 years old, and he got a...
He's from Atlanta, right? Correct?
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
Is Black Youngin from Atlanta too?
Yeah, Black
so
Youngin.
So they killing the game in Atlanta.
Yeah, yup. Yeah, they moving fast.
Facts. Yeah, that would be dope, man. We definitely need to see him in the Ville.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely gonna happen.
Absolutely. Even with the move to Atlanta, that's big, you know, and just getting. I feel like that Atlanta is like one of the most important states with music, though.
Yes.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, I get this from a lot of people from New York. It's like, yo, fuck that. The music should be in New York. And I'm like, everybody gets their turn. You can't be selfish.
Right.
And not only that, there's more blacks winning in music than anything else. So it helps the culture. You have more blacks in music becoming billionaires before athletes are. That's big. And it's a blessing.
Definitely. Definitely a blessing. Well, that's gonna do it for us, special. You know what I'm saying? You dropped some gems. You know what I mean? You told us the latest news. You know what I mean? But you wasn't going for nobody in the Super Bowl, was you?
Nah, I was really there for the festivities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I just enjoyed it. Just being a part of the big functions. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. Well, again, I salute you on your journey.
Absolutely.
I
Love
appreciate
for life,
you
King.
from being on the Rise
Thanks
TV.
for having me.
Absolutely, man. We have Music Exec International Special. Y'all already know what's shaking, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You want to see the full interview, please subscribe on the Rise TV. Find your boy Mazerati Santana, Facebook, Mazzy Bracken 18 on Instagram. You already know. Until next time, love, peace, and happiness. I'm out of here.